Hello everyone, I am Shashank and you're watching iSharky. So guys, in today's video, we are going to talk about the features of Indian Constitution. So from the perspective of the competitive exams, it is one of the most important topics in Indian polity. Like questions from this topic had come in the competitive exams like UPSE, CLAT and AILET and so on. The first feature is lengthiest written constitution. The Constitution of India is the lengthiest of all the constitutions of the world. Originally, it had 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. The reasons responsible for the bulky size of Indian Constitution are geographical factors, that is, the vastness of the country and its diversity. Historical factors, example, the influence of Government of India Act of 1935, which was bulky. Single constitution for both centre and the states except Jammu and Kashmir. Dominance of legal luminaries in the Constituent Assembly. Number 2. Derived from different sources. The Constitution of India can be divided into three basic parts: structural, political and philosophical. The structural part of the Constitution is, to a large extent, derived from the Government of India Act 1935. The philosophical part of the Constitution, the fundamental rights and the directive principles of state policy, derive their inspiration from American and Irish constitutions. The political part of the Constitution, the principle of cabinet government, leadership of Prime Minister, bicameralism and the relationship between legislature and executive, has been derived from the Constitution of UK. Feature number 3. Blend of rigidity and flexibility. The Indian Constitution is partially flexible and partially rigid. Some of its parts can be amended by simple majority, but some of the parts can be amended by special majority. Number 4. It is federal in form and unitary in spirit. The Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government. Federalism means division of powers between centre and state. The unitary form of government means when there is tilt towards union government in spite of divisions of powers between centre and the states. The unitary form means when the centre is strong. In India, there is formal divisions of power between centre and the states. All the subjects have been divided into three lists: union list, state list and concurrent list. But the residuary powers lies with the centre. It contains all the usual features of federation, that is, two government, division of powers, written constitution, supremacy of constitution, rigidity of constitution, independent judiciary and bicameralism. However, the Indian Constitution also contains a large number of unitary and non-federal features, that is, a strong centre, single constitution, single citizenship, flexibility of constitution, integrated judiciary, appointment of state governor by the centre, all India services, emergency provisions and so on. Feature number 5. Parliamentary form of government. The Constitution of India has opted for the British parliamentary system of government rather than American presidential system of government. The parliamentary system is based on the principle of cooperation and coordination between the legislature and the executive organs, while the presidential system is based on doctrine of separation of powers among the three organs. Even though the Indian parliamentary system is largely based on British pattern, there are some fundamental differences between the two. For example, the Indian Parliament is not a sovereign body like British Parliament. Further, the Indian state has an elected head while the British state has hereditary head. Feature number 6. Indian Constitution adopted synthesis of parliamentary sovereignty and judiciary supremacy. Unlike the British parliamentary sovereignty and American judicial supremacy, Indian Constitution preferred the synthesis of both. The Indian Parliament is the sovereign law-making body, but Indian judiciary has the power of judicial review, which empowers the judiciary to review any law made by the legislature and declare it ultra vires. Feature number 7. Indian Constitution has single, unified, integrated and independent judiciary. Indian Constitution has made various provisions to ensure the independence of judiciary, the security of the tenure of the judges, fixed service conditions, ban on practice after retirement, power to punish for contempt of court are some of the provisions outlined in the Constitution. Feature number 8. Fundamental rights. Part 3 of the Constitution guarantees 6 fundamental rights to all the citizens. First, right to equality, which is given in Article 14 to 18. Second, right to freedom, which is given in Article 19 to 22. Third, right against exploitation, which is given in Article 23 to 24. Fourth, right to freedom of religion, which is given in Article 25 to Article 28. Fifth, cultural and educational rights, which is given in Articles 29 and 30. And last, right to constitutional remedies, which is given in Article 32. Feature number 9. Directive Principles of State Policy, Article 36 to Article 51. Part 4 contains a charter of directive principles of state policy. They are in the form of instruction to the successive government to be taken into consideration at the time of framing any rule, policy or program for the equal distribution of resources and providing economic rights to the weaker section of the society. But they could not be translated into reality till that date because of lack of political will, lack of resources, overpopulation, and absence of any unanimous national policy cutting across the class, caste, religion, region, and gender differences. The non-enactment of Uniform Civil Code under Article 44 is a blatant example of sheer lack of political will and misuse of political positions for political gains. Feature number 10. Fundamental duties. Fundamental duties were incorporated through 42nd Amendment Act 1976. They are contained in Part 4A and Article 51A. Originally there were 10 fundamental duties. Now there are 11 fundamental duties. The 11th fundamental duty has been incorporated through 86th Amendment Act 2002. It makes a fundamental duty of the parent or the guardian to impart compulsory education to the children between age of 6 to 14 years old. Feature number 11. Secular state. The Constitution of India declares India to be a secular state in its preambular article. Though the word secularism was not there in the preamble at the outset, it was later on incorporated through 42nd Amendment Act 1976. The word secularism means that India as a state has no religion of its own. The state which has its own religion is known as theocratic states. Unlike that, India is a secular state, which means it is neither favors or disfavors any religion. It is neither religious or nor irreligious, nor anti-religious nor pro-religious. Feature number 12. Universal Adult Franchise. The Indian Constitution adopts universal adult franchise as a basis of elections to the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. Every citizen who is not less than 18 years of age has a right to vote, without any discrimination of caste, race, religion, sex, literacy, wealth, and so on. The voting age was reduced to 18 years from 21 years in 1989 by the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988. Feature number 13. Single citizenship. Though the Indian Constitution is federal and envisages a dual polity, center and a state, it provides for a single citizenship, that is the Indian citizenship. Feature number 14. Independent bodies. Bulwarks of democracy. The Indian Constitution not only provides for the legislative, executive and judicial organs of the government, but also establishes certain independent bodies. They are envisaged by the Constitution as bulwarks of the democratic system of Government of India. These are Election Commission, Comptroller and Auditor General, Union Public Service Commission, Union Public Service Commission, State Public Service Commission. Feature number 15. Three-tier government. Originally, the Indian Constitution provided for dual polity, that is center and the states, but through 73rd and 74th Amendment Act 1991, third tier of governance, panchayats and municipalities, rural and urban local self-government has been introduced. So guys, this was for now. I hope you like this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe the channel. Also, please make sure to press the bell icon. Till then, be healthy, be focused.